Hey, good morning, good morning, good morning. Yay. Let's go ahead and start just with a seated pose. Go ahead and prop yourself up on anything, whether it's a block or bolster or pillow or blanket. Just get a little bit of height. And we're gonna go ahead and move the tissue, move the skin, move the muscle, all out of the way so we can get on our two sit bones. So we can activate the spine. Yay, awesome. And today, actually, I want to work our feet in a slightly different way. So, um, you have one foot, if heel is trying to face upwards, if you have the blanket, and then the other foot just comes in alignment with it. So go ahead and give that a try. Heels are aligned, yeah. And then we will switch the rotation. Or a simple cross-legged, whatever works for you. Great. Okay, and then let's go ahead and find that foundation. So again, that's the pelvis, that's the sit bones. We want to stack that foundation because we're growing and building everything from there. And see if you can just sense into your sit bones, sense into that right sit bone, sense into that left sit bone. Can you get an equal distribution of weight? Good. And then let's start rolling those shoulders down the back like a waterfall, water flowing off your back, which already starts to feel so good. If you ever just want to feel good or alleviate any stress in the moment, just start rolling your shoulders back. It's like an immediate shift in the body chemistry in the brain. And sit nice and tall. Good. And it does take quite a bit of work, quite a bit of effort to get those traps, the tops of your shoulders rolling down your back, right? Because gravity kind of has the tendency to bring them forward. So you gotta work with gravity. Good. Take a nice deep inhalation through your whole body. Palms can be up. That's just gonna help us get this external rotation of our shoulders. And really start to feel that heart opening. So we're spreading wide, we're broadening, we're bringing that blood flow, that circulation into our heart, into our chest, into our lungs. And then you want to find your internal lift, your internal strength. So imagine from your center sternum, there's a hook and a string, and it's lifting you upwards and forwards. Lifting, lifting, lifting. Heart opening, broadening, widening, expanding. Ultimately, what we're doing is we're moving from a state of contraction or a state of shrinking into a state of expansion. And then draw those front ribs back. Good. And even let your fingertips expand wide. Spread your hands, spread the palm of your hands, spread the fingertips. And it feels so nice to be in this open state, right? Heart open. And your spine might be starting to work already. You might be feeling the muscles throughout your neck, throughout your spine, throughout your shoulders. Because you really are working for this pose. You're working for that opening. And with that heart open, go ahead and lift those palms facing up, extend the arms out. Good. Nice deep inhalation. Good morning and welcome. Glad you're here. And good, we're just gonna continue this state of expansion. So your thumbs are rolling back behind you and towards the floor. So we're getting this external rotation of our arms. And then go ahead and expand and reach through your fingertips. Growing your arms longer. Like you're spreading your wings, right? Expanding that wingspan. And again, as the muscles start to activate in the arms, just go ahead and softly, gently breathe through it. And see if you can broaden wider through those collarbones. Collarbones are spreading, heart is spreading, fingertips are spreading. And go ahead and find something on the floor in front of you that you can look at where you just have a clear gaze, a focused gaze. And we're still rolling those top shoulders down the back, basically reprogramming those shoulders. Inhale the arms up. Good. And we store so much in our shoulders, right? So it's really important to work on our shoulders consistently. And see if you can continue to move those trapezius muscles, the tops of your shoulders, away from your ears towards the floor. Yep. And then that extension of our arms. We are working as hard as we can to get those arms straight. Yeah, oh yeah, there we go. More human potential. Inhale, smooth breathing, reach through those fingertips. Extend all the way through the arms. And one way we can do that is engage the muscle to the bone. Inhale, smooth breathing. And then exhale, arms forward. Yep. Just reaching those fingertips forward. I know it's a major warm up of the shoulders. Inhale, smooth breathing. And this time reach through your fingertips. Good. You want to expand from the outside edge of your scapula of your shoulder to your fingertips. Reaching. Spread all 10 fingers wide. Good. One more deep breath. Inhale. And exhale through your nose. Great. Take the right arm on top of the left arm. Cross the wrists if you can, or just cross in whatever capacity you can. Good. And then we're reaching those elbows away from the face, away from the chest. And again, we're still rolling those top shoulders, those trapezius down your back. Heart lifting upwards and forwards. And we're going to smooth out our breath. We can actually bring immediate change to our emotions and our emotional regulation and our nervous system through our breath. So smooth inhalation through your nose. Smooth exhalation through your nose. Inhale. Exhale. And change the crossings. Oh yeah, I know we're feeling this. Elbows reaching away. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Beautiful. Arms down. Good work. Okay, we did it. We warmed up the shoulders. So let's go ahead and switch the crossings of your legs. So opposite foot forward. Again, you can do simple cross-legged or bring the heels up, one foot in front of the other. And getting your center pelvis again. It's opening up the pelvis in a different way. And keep lifting with that heart lifting upwards and forwards. And it's like you're opening up that sternum from the inside, you're pushing upwards and outwards. And that is gonna start to tone all of those muscles in the neck and shoulders in the back. Good. Keep that lift nice and engaged. And now let's start working on our hips. So see if you can activate your muscles in through your glutes, in through your hips. I have this pelvic opening happening right now. And now we're going to start toning and activating the muscles, the glutes, the hips. And just see if you can find those muscles. Can you find the right glute and engage it? Can you find the left glute and engage it? And then can you engage them equally? And you might get a little bit of percolating, a little bit of shaking. It's okay, that's great. But one of the things that this does is it starts to set the sacrum bone. So that's that bone right at the base of the spine, right behind the pelvis. And it starts to set it into place and also engage the muscles around it to hold it into place. So hips are toning, glutes are toning. And then draw that sacrum bone forward towards the front of the room. So draw the back of the pelvis to the front of the pelvis. Draw the sacrum to the front of the room. And keep going with the activation. I do want our hips and our glutes to get tired and fatigued. Keep going. And keep going with that sacrum reaching forward, reaching to the front of the room. Okay, just raise your hand if you're feeling this in your glutes, feeling this in your hips. Okay, great. Awesome. And maybe you notice one side of your glutes is activating more. Maybe the left side's stronger, the right side could be harder to find, or vice versa. Really try and activate the side that doesn't want to show up as much, so you can even relax the strong side and just focus on the side that is harder to activate. So if anybody's experiencing that, that's an important way to work. Sometimes we have to let go of the dominant side before the inactive side can step up. Okay, great. Awesome. Then we're gonna go ahead and come on out of that one and go ahead and just bring your left foot out. You can slide off of your bolster or your blanket and onto the floor. Awesome. Okay, so I know we had requests for groins. So with the groins, we want to really get that internal rotation. So the groin is a steel cable and we want to roll it towards the floor. So go ahead and reshape your leg, the muscle, get this entwining process happening. Moving the sit bone. And then we're gonna rotate our chest, our belly button towards our straight leg, towards our knee. Good. Let's actually get that lift first. So inhale, lift up nice and tall, make space in the side waist. And then exhale, you can bring your hands down, exhale and twist. Inhale, get taller, try and get on your front sit bones. Lifting the heart, lifting the chest. Exhale, gentle twist. And I'm using my right, right hand on my right knee to help with that twist. Yeah, great. External rotation of that right arm. Inhale, get taller. Exhale, twist. Inhale, get taller. Exhale, twist. Go ahead and reach through your toe tips. Extend through your toe tips. And then exhale, come on out. Other side. And you can really use your hands to bend that straight leg. We want to keep our legs, our pelvis as relaxed as possible. Okay, so now let's use that right leg. Let's move the tissue out of the way, get on that front sit bone, get on the inner groin. Mold and sculpt the leg, the muscles. And inhale the arms up. Make that space. Shoulders down and back. And exhale. Twist. So left palm is facing forward. And it's on the knee to help you with that gentle twisting. So inhale, get taller. Exhale, gentle twist. Inhale, get taller. Exhale, gentle twist. And spread all 5 toes on that right leg. Reach through your toe tips. Roll onto your front sit bones so you can strengthen and engage your spine. Inhale, lift. Exhale, gentle twist. And see if you can get a little bit taller, make a little bit more space. Smooth breathing. And softening through your pelvis. Good. Exhale, come on out. Again, use your hands to bring that leg in. And we're gonna go ahead and grab our straps. Okay. So coming, laying on your back. We're gonna take the straps and we're just gonna put it over one leg to begin with, just around that mound of the big toe. And drawing that right leg up. And then the left leg is gonna come down. Great. So finding your straps, getting situated. So right leg up, left leg straight. Perfect. Okay, so the right leg is in the air. Imagine that you're walking on the ceiling. So try and bring your toe tips towards your face and extend your heel up towards the ceiling. Good. And then our left leg is on the ground, so go ahead and extend through that left leg. Also reaching through your heel. So reach through your heels. Draw your toes back towards your face. Reach through and extend through those toe tips. Belly is soft. And now begin to draw that left leg that's on the ground. Just try and draw it towards the floor. So imagine that you have a 50-pound weight on your left leg, on your left thigh. And the front of the thigh is reaching to the back of the thigh. And we're working to close that gap underneath the thigh. Trying to get the back of the thigh on the floor, on the ground. And it's okay if it feels physically impossible. Just keep working towards that action, aiming for that goal. And just in doing that action, we're getting the work that we want. Good. Smooth breathing. And again, extend through those toe tips, toes towards your face, heels extending away. We have that external rotation of our arms. Our shoulders are still reaching down our back. Our heart is still opening, just like we were working on in our very first pose. So go ahead and reach your sternum up towards your chin to get that heart opening. Smooth breathing. And this one is so great for the hips, the back, the low back, the sacrum, the pelvis. And again, we're holding those longer timings so that we can really unwind the body, unwind the nervous system, so that we can start to create new patterns. And if it helps you, you can always wrap those straps around your hands. Yeah, great. Couple more breaths here so we can keep getting into that right hip. And then exhale, you can release that leg. Go ahead and put the strap around the left leg. You can wrap the strap around your wrists, around your hands. Straighten the right leg. Begin to straighten that left leg. Great. Awesome. And it doesn't really matter how straight or bent the legs are in the beginning. Just working to get this opening. And then start to work that right leg that's on the ground and see if you can draw the front of the thigh to the back of the thigh. Trying to close the gap between the back of your thigh and the floor. And that is a really strong action. So imagine that there's that 50-pound weight on the front of your thigh. And that's going to start opening all along the front of the pelvis. And engage your feet, engage your toes. So spread those toes wide. Reach through your toe tips. Reach to the mounds of your big toes. And begin drawing those toes towards your face, extending your heels away from your face. And slow and smooth out your breath, breathing through your nose. And see if you can get your inhalation to match your exhalation. So you can count out your breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. And slowly lengthen and smooth out those breaths. Getting that external rotation of our arms. Again, your top shoulders are rolling down your back. Heart is lifting, sternum's lifting. And all through that left leg, left hip. And a couple more breaths here. Keep reaching through those toe tips, reaching your heels away from your face. Come on down. And just lie there for a moment because we just got a lot more space in our low back. So our legs are actually going to be an inch or two longer from when we started. So lay here for a moment, palms facing up. Just let your body integrate that adjustment. That can be a really deep and beautiful adjustment all the way through your whole body. Smooth, deep inhalation through your belly, up to your chest. Smooth, deep exhalation. And we're just going to work on our breath here together. So go ahead, inhale smoothly through your nose. And when you get to the top of your breath, just pause. And then exhale smoothly through your nose. And when you get to the bottom of your breath, pause. And then just go back to normal breathing. we're gonna come back to that again. So inhale into the top of your breath, inhale. Pause. Exhale. Pause. And then normal breathing. Surround. Inhale to the top of your breath. Pause. Exhale. Pause. Normal breathing. And go ahead and roll on over to your right side. Good. I love that breath work so much. And just see if you notice any difference for yourself in your nervous system. Actually, I won't use it right now. With your breath. And slowly, gently make your way to standing. Yay. I love that breath work, and you can work on it at any point throughout your day. Okay. So this next one, I'm hoping we can find a wall that we can lean against or a door frame. Just anything where you can, yeah. Perfect. Great. Okay. So wall is one of my favorite props. And we're just gonna be coming to that 90-degree angle. So our hips or our feet are wide, our hips width apart. And then we're getting our hands level and even. You can even start with bent legs. In fact, let's all start with bent legs so that we can get into our pelvis. So starting again with the foundation, which is our feet. Go ahead and spread through all 10 toe tips. Good. So we're activating those feet muscles, tendons, spreading the feet wide. And then our knees are bent so that we can access our two sit bones. So you want to reach your sit bones back behind you and reach your sit bones up towards the ceiling. You're actually rolling them up towards the ceiling so that we can start to tone that sacrum, the pelvis. And then we're getting equal pressure in our hands against that wall. So press as if you're breaking through the wall, moving through the wall. And it is quite an activating pose. So we have that equal pressure on our feet, equal pressure on our hands. Sit bones are lifting, engaging, reaching up towards the ceiling. And now we want to take that space all through our spine. So lengthen, reach through that wall. Imagine that your pelvis is also reaching towards the wall behind you. And then if you can slowly straighten your legs or keep working with those legs bent. Smooth breathing. Soften the face. I'm gonna keep working with legs bent because I'm getting more out of my spine with that. And then exhale, gently come on up. I'm feeling that hopefully. And now if you have that wall space, we're just gonna take our right toe tips up. Let me show you. So right toe tips up. And our feet are facing towards that wall. And you can use that wall for stability. Yeah, perfect. So we're just gonna work here for a moment. And we're gonna get into your back glute, your back hip. So right leg is on the wall, left leg is back, and start to engage this left glute muscle. And hands are on the wall, yeah, right in front of you. Okay. So we're still getting that internal rotation of our thighs, opening the backs of the thighs. And then we're engaging that left glute muscle super strong. And engage that left glute muscle into your left heel, into the floor. And then just learning how to tone and activate that left glute. The heart is open, the shoulders are still rolling down and back. Sternum is lifting upwards and forwards. So just like we were working in the beginning of class. And the face is soft. Go ahead and get a little taller. Lengthen through the top of your head. And keep working that back leg strong. So your front of your thigh is reaching to the back of the thigh. We're getting that internal rotation. Backs of the thighs are opening. Sacrum is reaching towards the front of the room. And get a nice big opening on that left leg and that pelvis. Lifting the front body upwards, descending the back body downwards. Tone, activate that left glute muscle. Face is parallel with the wall. Good. And then we're slowly going to come out of that one. Switch the legs. Left foot is on the wall now. Good. And start by reaching through your legs, through the floor. Start to draw that right glute muscle into your right heel. Engage the front of the thigh to the back of the thigh. And go ahead and open the backs of your thighs. Engage the muscles of the legs. So when the thighs are engaged, the kneecaps are lifting up towards the ceiling. Open up the very front of your pelvis. So front body is lifting, heart is lifting, armpit chest is lifting, sternum is lifting. And then you're rolling those top shoulders down your back. Tailbone is drawing straight down towards the floor. Keep activating that right glute muscle. And keep drawing your right glute into your right heel. Keep drawing that tailbone straight down. And try and find that equal pressure in your feet, equal pressure in your hands. Heart open. Legs engaged. And your body will start to rebalance and find center through the support of the wall, the support of the floor. Face is parallel with the wall in front of you. Good. And keep going, keep drawing that tailbone straight down, lengthening it, reaching it through towards the floor. Front body lifting, back body descending, legs engaged. Activate that right glute muscle. Draw that right glute into your right heel. Making space in your low back. And smooth breathing. And exhale, gently, slowly come on up. And just come into standing for a moment with your feet hips width apart or together, just facing that wall still. And we're in our Tadasana pose. So see if you can stack your hips right above your ankles, knees above your ankles, hips above your knees, shoulders above your hips. Really stack yourself. And then that front body is lifting. So open the heart. Broaden wide in your shoulders. Spread those collarbones wide. And see if you can get that equal weight in your right foot and your left foot. And we're making space in our joints. Reach out the top center of the head. Again, your face is parallel with the wall in front of you. And then you're going to roll your shoulders down your back. Draw your front of your thigh to your back of your thigh. Roll those shoulders down and back. Draw your front ribs to the back of the room. And really try and breathe in through all areas of your body. Now draw your glute muscles into your heels. Front of the thigh reaching to the back of the thigh. Draw your sacrum to the wall in front of you. Keep going with that action. Sacrum forward, thighs back. And just see if you can stand in your center in that strong mountain pose. Whenever I imagine a mountain, they're so beautiful. They're so powerful. They're immovable. They have such a grace and strength, right? So you're standing in that. You're standing in that grace. You're standing in that strength. Keep lifting your heart. Get that external rotation of your arms. You can even externally rotate your palms away. Really get that opening in your arms and your shoulders and your neck. And again, go ahead and lift that center sternum upwards and forwards in front of you. Imagine that you're lifting your center sternum towards your chin, and then you're rolling your shoulders down your back. Front thighs reaching to the back of the room, sacrum reaching to the front of the room. And take a nice deep inhalation all the way to the top of your head. Pause, exhale. And now go ahead and imagine that your feet are reaching through the floor and you're extending in both directions. You're reaching through the floor and up towards the ceiling. Glutes are strong, glutes are engaged, legs are engaged. Smooth breathing. Just a couple more breaths here. Really enjoy standing in that strength and your center. And then exhale, come on out. Let's see if you can take that memory of that tall standing with you. Okay, let's go ahead and come back to seated. Grab a bolster if you have. Pillow. And then we're just gonna do, you can do simple cross-legged or bottoms of your feet together. And okay, and again, move the skin, the muscle, the tissue out of the way, get on your two sit bones. And just come to seated. See if all that work that you did today, from working our legs really strong to opening our hearts to that strong stance, see if you can translate that all into this pose. Yeah, so the heart's open, the shoulders are rolling back. We're broadening wide in our chest, making that spaciousness, that expansion from the inside out. And then go ahead and bring your palms together. You can weight those elbows. Yeah, good. And you can even use like your thumbs and your sternum to lift your heart up and roll your shoulders down and back. Yeah, so you can get an internal lift with those thumbs. Shoulders are rolling down and back, elbows are reaching towards the floor. Lengthen the back of your neck. And you can go ahead and close your eyes. Just coming to your center. And with those elbows weighted and the heart lifting, go ahead and think of different things that you're grateful for. Different people. Send them some love. And deep inhalation through your heart, through your chest. Bring as much expansion and opening into your heart, into your chest through your breath. Hold that. And then exhale. Pause at the bottom of your breath. And normal breathing. Thank you all for practicing today. Getting into your center, getting into your strength. Yay, and my hope for each of you is that you can carry some of this, some of what we worked on into your day-to-day. Yay, great work, everyone. And as always, feel free to share any takeaways or insights, or maybe it could be one gem that you got today that you want to take with you throughout your day.
For me, I think the when we use the bands and we're straightening the legs, that that actually helps with my lymphedema.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I may just do that. I may just do that every night before I do I have the lymph press machine that I do every night for an hour, but I think I might try doing that just before that. Yeah.
Do it, yes.
Yeah. So thank you.
Great.
I was also going to mention the band work, Coach Rita. I felt that it was a good stretch for me. And then you said another takeaway. You always show me muscles and parts of my body that I didn't know I had before. So I take that away every week.
Yeah. Yeah.
Self-discovery in a whole new way.
Coach Rita, I can't believe how I felt compressed at the beginning of the exercises. And then by the end, I felt like I was taller and stretched, and I felt like I was honoring my body, the God body that God created. So it felt really good, spiritually as well, right? And then that stretch and being able to honor myself, like being tall and having that stature, like when you talked about the mountain. And when I was doing the wall exercise, I felt it a lot in my arms as well as my legs.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I wonder, this is a bit funny, my thoughts every time when you say to lessen that gap between the thigh, the back of the thigh and the floor, I'm like, we all have buttocks. We all have buttocks. How do you do that? What does she mean?
Right. That is hilarious.
It seems like it should be much smaller by the time we're done with these.
No, well, how do you lessen the gap when the buttocks are in the way?
I don't have to worry about that one too much, Andrea. So I'm with Coach. I can get the floor.
You have no buttocks.
Your buttocks is where it should be. That's why you're okay. But
We'll give you some of ours.
Yeah, some of us have abundance. So it's like, I'm always like, has she seen mine? Like, does she know what she's asking me to do?
I love it. I love
Coach
it.
Rita, before Paulina goes or Phyllis, I do want to piggyback off of Andrea though on the spiritual aspect. Like I've always had a posture problem, and I agree. When I finish your workouts, I feel taller, which in turn makes me feel more courageous within myself and my higher self. So I agree with her on that. It's like, especially since the beginning, I was complaining like, oh my God, Coach Rita, but over the weeks, it's like I feel the strength coming, and it gives me more courage when I do like these workouts and exercise and things like that. So I do want to appreciate you and thank you for that.
That's so cool. I love that courage. It really does. It cultivates our inner courage. Yeah, so we can show up in ways that we're meant to, that are totally uncomfortable often. I love it. Beautiful.
Okay, so for me, I just wanted to say well, this isn't related to what you asked, but I just wanted to let you know that I did do the child's pose. I just didn't have anyone to tape it, to record it. And then I haven't figured out how to do it on my phone yet. So I guess that's my assignment. So I just wanted to let you know that I actually did it, and it was very relaxing.
Oh, yay.
And in all authenticity, I was a bit distracted in my mind because I had a phone call this morning with someone who needed me to step into a space with her. Her mom died. So I was just kind of like in that space. So when I came here, just like 5 minutes before getting off the phone with her, my mind was still kind of like processing what I need to do with her and that kind of thing. So I was a little bit distracted, honestly, throughout the exercise. But one of the things is your voice is very calming, Rita. Sometimes I'm not hearing what you're saying, but it's relaxing. So it was helping me. It was helping me to kind of like get out of my head. And then just seeing the team members, I'm aspiring to where they are. Because when you said, I see Andrea and TC and Paulina and Sandy, I mean, their legs are straight like this, and mine is like this. And I think you were referring to me, which is fine. You're like, okay, it can be bent. And I was like, okay, I felt so much better. But I'm looking at them and like, they are just doing so well. And the final thing is, always begin and start your day with gratitude. Because when we did the gratitude at the end, that helps me to get out of my head space and just kind of like listing all of the things that I was grateful for. So that moment was very calming and grounding.
Mm,
Yana, I agree with that.
yeah.
Awesome.
Prayers to your friend who just lost their mom.
Thank you. Thank you.
She's
Mm.
blessed. She's blessed to have you as a support. You're a blessing in her life.
Yes.
Yes.
And
Well,
in our
she,
lives, in our
yes.
lives as well, Phyllis.
Thank you so much. She's actually a friend and also my cousin. It's my grandmother's niece who died. So it's all it's family.
Ah.
Yeah, but
Mm,
thank you.
mm,
And thanks for being here. Way to show up. Way
Yeah.
to.
mm.
Mhm. And P.S. I worked with my knees bent for years, so don't worry about it.
And I just want to tell you, I just want to tell you the power, because here is the conflict too, like, you know, a person in need, you know, and I was just telling my husband, I want to be in that space with her. But I also have to prioritize my well-being. And this is a part of my priority. And so I said to her, okay, I'll speak with hubby with a request that she had. I said, I'll get back to you at 10 o'clock because I need to get into my class.
Mhm.
You know, like before, I would have just been, okay, I don't need to go in
Right.
class. Let me just stay in this
Mhm.
space with you. And I'm just like, okay, I listened for 45 minutes. I need to get into class. I'll get back to you. So I just want to say the power of this community and then being intentional with prioritizing you. And it's okay. It's okay to do that.
Yes.
Phyllis,
Yeah.
Phyllis, you know what, Phyllis, now you can show up your best self. Now you can
Yes.
be a better
Yes.
support to her because
Yeah.
you filled your cup like what's, you know, Rita,
That's right.
yeah, yes, like you filled your cup first so that you can
Right.
give her your overflow. So you'll be,
Right.
you know, your
Mhm.
best self. So that's the best way to do it. Thank you for giving that example. It grounded me.
Yeah.
It made it more confirmed for me. Thank you for that.
Mm. Yeah.
Thank you, Andrea. That is
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
Show up for you so you can show up for others. Good job.
Rita, I was going to share that at one point I had to move from my furniture to an actual wall, but it's only like this big. So I know you need like to have your hands on a bigger width. So I was using the power of the mind to say there is a wall there. So in addition to you working me to do those things, I was thinking there's a wall, it's holding you. And it was just incredible, is that whole mind and body connection that I was just like, I felt a wall and I just kept, I thought that was pretty cool. That was a,
Powerful.
and the other thing was the pose, the last pose, the mountain pose. I definitely concur with everyone that it is a very strong pose for mind shift because it opens out your whole, like I felt like a warrior coming out of me. Like I was like undressing and it's my warrior. Like I'm this, nobody sees it, but I see it. I have this strength in me. So it was it was very timely too to have this. So yeah, so thank you.
Love it.
Awesome.
Yes. Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, so thank you everyone for sharing your feedback, your reflections, your takeaways. And this week, if you're open to a challenge, I would love to work on mountain pose together. So, you know, aiming to get 5 minutes in between now and next week. You can do longer if you want to, but aiming for that 5 minutes and just continuing to cultivate that inner strength and come back and let us know how it goes. And if you do film yourself and share it, you can often just do a video that's facing you and have it propped, and you can always do like a screenshot from that or share the video. So
Yeah.
yeah, awesome.
Mm.
It sounds good.
Thank you.
Great work. Thanks everyone for showing up for each other, showing up.
Thank you, Coach Rita, as always. We always tell them on Thursdays, yay, tomorrow we get fixed by Coach Rita.
Yeah,
We get
She puts us back.
all work together.
Okay, yes,
Thank you.
all right.
Have a
Thank you,
beautiful weekend, everyone.
Thank you, Coach Rita. Thank you, Paulina.
Sandy.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Andrea. Thank you,
Anna.
Sandy.
Thank
Thank you, Phyllis.
Coach
Love you all. Have a
Sandy.
wonderful weekend.
Bye.